Hello, welcome to this week's installment of 52 Tips to Land Your Next Job. Today we're going to start talking about interviewing. And I say start because interviewing is such an important part of the job search process that I'm going to take the next few weeks to give you some great tips to help you be successful on any interview you go on. Now, interviewing itself is very stressful, and the only way to reduce the stress level is by increasing your confidence level. And you can do that by practicing what I call the 3 P's of interviewing. That is prepare, process, and practice. Now, to prepare for an interview, you need to do research. First thing you need to do is actually look over your resume and make sure you know it inside and out, top to bottom. You may say, of course I know it, that's my life. But if an interviewer asks you something about that third job on your interview and that second bullet point, are you prepared to give them a good answer, to give them good detail about what that bullet point is all about? You need to make sure you are. The second part of preparing is research. You need to do as much research as you can. Google the company, learn as much as you can about that company, its history, its products, and maybe even where it's going in the future. You also want to find any news about that company. And then also you want to go on LinkedIn and go to the company page on LinkedIn where you could learn more information. Find people who work on at that company who you might be able to connect with or even learn something about regarding the company. And lastly, if you know the interviewer's name, definitely look them up on LinkedIn. Learn as much as you can from their profile. Find anything you might be able to bond with when you're in that interview. Because if you make that bond, it's going to help you with your chances of winning that job. The second P is process. Now, I believe you need to have a process that allows you to answer every interview question clearly and concisely. I'm a big fan of what I call the STARS process. Now, I know a lot of you are familiar with STAR. Some of you may call it SAR, or you may use CAR, but having the process is key. The reason why I like STARS is because it allows you to tell a story. And storytelling is really the most compelling and memorable way you can answer an interviewing question. Now, STARS stands for situation, where you describe what was going on, task, what you needed to do in that situation, action, what you actually did in that situation, results, which is the results of your actions, and finally, so why am I telling you this? That's what that last S is about. It allows you to paint the picture of you in that job. It allows you to tell that interviewer why the example you just gave them is so important for this role and how it will benefit them if they hire you for that role. Now, the last P in the 3 Ps of interviewing is practice. You really need to make sure that you know your answers inside and out before you go in that interview. Practice in front of a mirror. Practice in front of a camera. Find a trusted friend who will give you good, clear and honest feedback about your interview answers. You want to try as hard as you can to make sure that the first time the words come out of your mouth are not in that interview. And when you practice and you know that it doesn't matter what they ask you, that you have an answer, your confidence will skyrocket, your stress level will be reduced, and you will have a great chance of winning the job in that interview. So I hope that's helpful for you. I look forward to coming back to you next week with another tip of the 52 tips to land your next job, and we're going to continue to talk about interviewing. But if you have any questions or want to talk to me about your job search situation, please reach out to me at ken@surecoaching.com. Thank you, be well, and take care.